Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a part of the Bible that reads almost like a modern-day crime drama, full of twists, turns, and some seriously questionable decisions. We're in the book of Judges, chapters 17 and 18. This section opens with a famous line, "In those days there was no king in Israel. Everyone did what was right in his own eyes." And trust me, what we're about to see is a perfect and chaotic illustration of that. It all starts with a man named Micah. He confesses to his mother that he stole a large sum of silver from her, 100 pieces, to be exact. Instead of being angry, his mother is relieved. She had actually put a curse on the thief, but now that it's her son, she blesses him and decides to use the money to make a carved image and a metal idol. Right away, we see a problem. They're trying to worship God, but they're doing it in a way he explicitly forbade. Micah takes this a step further. He sets up a personal shrine in his own house, makes an ephod and other household gods, and even consecrates one of his own sons to be his priest. He's essentially creating his own customized, do-it-yourself religion. He thinks he's being devout, but he's mixing pagan practices with the worship of the Lord, completely ignoring God's instructions on how he is to be worshipped and who is qualified to be a priest. Then, a young Levite from Bethlehem happens to be traveling through, looking for a place to stay. Micah sees this as a golden opportunity, a real Levite. This must be a sign of God's blessing, right? He hires the Levite to be his personal priest, offering him food, lodging, and a yearly salary. Micah feels ecstatic, saying, "Now I know that the Lord will be good to me since I have a Levite as my priest." He thinks he's upgraded his spiritual life, but he's just using a person from the priestly tribe to legitimize his own made-up worship. This is where the story takes another turn. The tribe of Dan is looking for territory to conquer and settle. They send out 5 spies to scout the land. These spies end up at Micah's house and recognize the Levite's accent. They ask him what he's doing there, and he explains his new gig as Micah's personal priest. The spies ask him to inquire of God if their mission will be successful. The Levite, using Micah's idols, tells them, "Go in peace. Your journey has the Lord's approval." The spies continue on and find a peaceful, unsuspecting town called Laish. It's perfect, isolated, prosperous, and unprepared for an attack. They report back to their tribe, and soon 600 armed men from Dan are on their way to conquer it. But on their journey, they pass by Micah's house. The 5 spies tell the soldiers about the idols and the priest inside. So what do? They don't just pass by. They go in, steal all of Micah's religious objects, the ephod, the household gods, the carved image, and then they convince the Levite to come with them. They make him an offer he can't refuse. Is it better for you to be a priest for one man's household or for an entire tribe and clan in Israel? The Levite, seeing a chance for a major career upgrade, happily agrees and goes with them. When Micah discovers he's been robbed, he gathers his neighbors and chases after the Danites, but he's completely outnumbered. The Danites basically threaten him, saying, "Keep quiet, or you and your family will pay the price." Defeated and powerless, Micah has no choice but to turn back home, having lost his gods and his priest. The Danites then go on to attack and conquer Laish, just as the spies had planned. They destroy the city, rebuild it, and name it Dan. And what's the first thing they do in their new city? They set up Micah's stolen idols. And the Levite, who we learn is Jonathan, the grandson of Moses, and his descendants become their priests. They establish a center of idolatry that lasts for generations, leading their entire tribe away from the true worship of God. This story is a powerful warning about the dangers of spiritual compromise and moral relativism. It shows what happens when people decide to do what is right in their own eyes, instead of following God's clear commands. From Micah's syncretism to the Levite's ambition and the Danites' violent theft, everyone acted on their own selfish desires, all while thinking they had God's approval. It's a sobering reminder to always check our own hearts and make sure our worship is rooted in God's truth, not our own preferences. Thanks so much for watching. If this story made you think, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the Bible. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.